She is in Ukraine, Kiev, which is a war zone, and we will touch base on that. How Ksenia, and the colleagues are carrying on the life.
It is our reality, and really this year, last year, and this one also gave me a lot of lessons how to manage risks. A lot of my colleagues in supply chain field has moved their manufacturing sites. They move their warehousing from one territory to another territory,
Wow.
just to secure the stocks.
This video is brought to you by us, SCMDOJO. We provide awesome courses, guides, best practices for supply chain community.
Hi, folks. Welcome to one more episode of Supply Chain Show. I have a very, very special friend and very, very special guest. Today we have Xenia, or Xenia. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. She will do it herself. I know her since 2019. We met in Kiev and I was there doing masterclass in Keynote. It was one of the best event I have actually ever attended as a keynote speaker and as a participant. Love it. Love the people. Love what she's doing. She's a supply chain consultant. She's an expert in supply chain network design. But most importantly, she is in Ukraine, Kiev, which is a war zone, and we will touch base on that. How Xenia, and the colleagues are carrying on the life. So, Xenia, welcome to the show. Start with your name and start with this question. How is the life in Ukraine? How you guys are really striving to make supply chain better and country better, and then after that we'll jump on supply chain design. So, start with your name and situation
Thank
in
you,
Kiev.
thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, Muddassir. Thank you for having me today here, and thank you for patience because we were going to start. I don't know, half hour ago, but just electricity has dropped down. I tried to manage something, I didn't succeed it, but finally we started. Electricity appeared, and yeah, it is our reality. And really this year, last year, and this one also gave me a lot of lessons how to manage risks, in my private life and in professional sphere as well. We reconsider, reconsider the importance of risk management, you know, in supply chain. Now we are doing risk assessment just in one click and really stick to the risk management and contingency plans we do have in our supply chain reality in our life. What I'm doing here in Ukraine, yes, it's my choice. I'm staying here, and I really feel that I continuously provide my support to our defenders, to our country, providing my expertise to the local businesses, how to improve supply chain, how to increase efficiency, downsize the costs, how to make supply chain the real power, yeah, to drive business and make competitive advantage if you
Yeah. I
if
mean,
you
the
want,
first
yeah.
thing comes to my real mind is given the fact you're in the war zone and situation is really tough for the whole nation, especially what war is in the south of of the country is happening a lot. Uh, how the supply chain is being happening, because I think there's some normality of right. Restaurants are happening, but you guys are going to work, kids are going to school. So, as you already mentioned, the risk in supply chain. What are the other challenges you are facing which you would not face in a normal supply chain situation?
First of all, transportation. You see, we have horrible situation with our ports, with containers, with shipments via sea, and we redesign fully our roads to export and import as well. Yes, now we must go through another ports, another countries, another districts. We change our suppliers. So if you're asking about what has been changed, everything for supply chain,
Right,
we
right.
just reorganized everything, and even a lot of my colleagues in supply chain field has moved their manufacturing sites. They move their warehousing from one territory to another territory,
Wow.
just to secure the stock, secure the inventory, equipment, everything, just to be on the safe side.
And which comes with its own challenges, right? That means you just can't move the facility and the stocks because you have to carry people, the train people, and all that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
need to move your people,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not easy to find out, your stuff. There is no other people, only yours. You need
yeah.
to arrange them as well, their
Right.
families as well. So it's a
Yeah.
huge job.
I think you said something very inspirational before we doing the alignment before the episode is the why you felt it's important to continue doing the job and supporting supply chain and how you think it's contributing to the company cause of winning the war. I would like to hear it again, please.
Yes, you see, continuing our normal life, we are bringing our input in our victory, paying taxes, spending money here. We are moving this weekly of economy of Ukraine, you see,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my choice to stay and to push this economy to grow and help our defenders to gain this victory faster.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So with that, I think we should move to your expertise because you are
Yeah,
a renowned consultant in supply chain network design, right? So
yeah.
I want to start with our first question of what's your approach, right? When you talk about supply chain as a design, how you start, where you start, what are the inputs, who? Let's start from there, right? Because supply chain network design is a big word. Sorry, or not supply chain network design.
Yeah.
Supply chain design is a big word because it has several consideration like I used to teach this in or still teach this into supply chain strategy into master's program of here at what we have many factors. We talk about product segmentation, we talk about supply segmentation, we talk about different different types of supply chain depends on what kind of product you are making because like assembled to order, made to order, so on and so forth, right? Lead time considerations, supplier matrices and things like that, or customer segmentation at the same time because you have a different customer like OEM, you have a distributors, you have a retail. Each of those require a different design of supply chain and further digitalization. So as you can see, there's many factors in it. So what's your approach?
You see, my approach of supply chain strategic design is really to have quantitative and qualitative analysis,
Right.
of supply chain. I'm starting from the to be analysis, that starts from commercial strategy. I'm digging into details. What are the commercial strategies will be? Yeah, what is the marketing expectation and commercial folk expectation? Because there is no supply chain strategy without a business commercial
Yes.
side. You see,
Yes.
and this is a starting point, very much initial. So this image of our future. Then I'm digging into details how it goes in nowadays as is analysis. Yeah. Uh, what about the supply chain setup for today? Manufacturing, warehousing, inventory levels, forecasting approach. What are the um, business approach in supply chain, like instructions, like
Mm-hmm.
communication between functions and inside supply chain function.
Yeah.
And then I'm building the bridge between future image and nowadays setup. And this is the gap analysis.
Right.
So
Right. So
I'm
current.
find out in
Yeah.
those opportunities. Yeah,
So similar approach as value stream mapping, right? So current state
yeah.
map, future state map, and then where is the gap and where you go. Okay. So that leads to my second question in terms of so what are the first few inputs you would ask your customers? I need this, this, and this to start. Of course, value stream mapping is done after that.
Yeah, first of all, commercial strategy.
Right.
So it's like, you see, mother and father, they may not go alone. Yeah, it's like a family. We must to have and to be stick to the father guidance, and father, this is commercial strategy. Yeah, and accurate and comprehensive data.
Yes, which is the biggest challenge.
Really foundation, and this is the biggest, one of the biggest challenge. Yeah, and those are really critical inputs. So data and commercial strategy.
That's a great starting point. Fine. Again, that we mentioned the challenges in terms of data, which is all over, not consistent, because you can't do any analysis after that. So, in addition to data, quality and governance, what are the other two challenges maybe you want to pick?
Challenges. It's more about resistance of functions. They're not going to change. They feel that as soon as I come into the company, they will go for changes. And it's normal, the normal for any people to have resistance to change. And my task as a consultant to manage this resistance.
Is the change management approach, right? To start there, explain them, there's various tools. I just recently gave a lecture on ADKAR, which is awareness, design, knowledge, ability, enforcement. So change management as a consultant is a must have.
And let me bring you a story. When I was
please.
When I was supply chain director, and I really had quite good hard skills and manage KPIs, inventory management, forecasting, and all this common stuff we must have in our pocket to manage supply chain. I faced difficulties to implement new projects in supply chain. I faced a lot of resistance and negative feedback from different functions whenever I started to do something new, and I didn't manage it in the right way, and I realized that I don't know how to make it. I must to learn. I must to dig into details, and I realized that it is in a sphere of psychology, not in mathematics that we love. I love to have the formula. I love to have method. I love to have schedule I can implement and have very crystal clear and accurate result. But it's not about formula. It's not about mathematics. It's about human design. It's about mindset. It's about behavior. Emotional intelligence, and my problem was I wasn't in a position to manage it efficiently and correctly and make it in a level of supply chain director. How it should be, in my opinion. Then I decided to learn. I went to a university, and in 5 years, I got a diploma of psychologist.
Wow.
Yeah. And now I know what is the root cause. I know what are the consequences. So my second education is psychologist, because I understood that business is psychology, not only
people management. People management.
All right. So,
last quick question, because I think we and I'm conscious over time, because we try for last 1 hour to be connected, and I think we're there, and I've got one more call after this. Who are your typical clients? So if somebody wants to hire you, what he or she would expect out of the project?
My typical clients are mostly distribution companies, manufacturing companies who are facing some challenges of improving supply chain efficiency. Usually it is all about inventory level. It's all about costs of goods sold. It's about costs of logistics. It's about expenses, about inventory. So all typical supply chain problems. And if our folk is facing an issue to manage by themselves, because I know that whenever you are in a system, you know what to do, the end state you want to be, but you don't know how to do that.
Sure.
But I know how to do that because I'm not the part of your business. I am not a part of your business. For me, it's easy from somewhere to step in and bring this improvement.
Absolutely. So, and that requires everything else you and the challenges which you mentioned up there, right? Now,
Yes.
Virginia, I appreciate your time and you sharing your knowledge, and I think we should have a situation sooner rather than later that we should have one more fantastic conference in Ukraine, right? Fingers crossed. And I am, whenever this happens, I'm always there, happy to join in, even in the war. I don't care. I love Ukrainian people. A lot of them are my Facebook friends. So thank you for your time. I appreciate that, and I wish you all the best and the people of Ukraine. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you, Muddassir. Thank you very much. Thank you
Bye.
for having me.
Cool. No, last question before we
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
How people find you? I'll give you a LinkedIn profile in there.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
Yeah.
Please do it. Give my LinkedIn profile. They can go into my website and
Yeah,
directly connect me via LinkedIn, website, social media.
social media, great. So
Yeah,
I'll give you profile. And folks, thank you for watching. I hope you like the story of Xenia and how people are brave these days, and or supply chain people and everybody else in the country of war, and continuing basically moving the goods and services so people can carry on with their daily job. So brave supply chain. Thank you again.
thank you. Thank you, Muddassir. Слава
Cheers.
Україні.
Right. So
Cheers.
have a
Bye,
great
bye.
day.